Welcome to No Good Opinions. This is episode 4. We talk about AI, talk about Sydney Sweeney a little bit, and go off on a couple tangents and what's getting us mad. Stay tuned.
Welcome to No Good Opinions. No Good Opinions is the best damn podcast.
Here at No Good Opinions, we have bad, unethical practices. We simply don't like you.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. That was like right on time.
That's how I like it, dude. I'm trying to get my knees out of the way, dude. I was banging them around. Remember when Charlie Sheen was just like, I'm banging 7-gram rocks.
Mm-hmm. He's a legend.
She's like, is there drugs in the house now? And he's just like, I forgot what he said. I can't remember. I think he just said, yeah.
And he might have did his laugh that he did, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
He's like, I'm on drugs right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I got fucking tiger blood.
I mean, what do you expect someone to do when you're paying them like $50 million an episode to like? I mean, it was just butt content. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just the worst kind of comedy, like laugh tracks, and you know, they just getting. Well, I think it was like 150 million episode or something. It was like stupid money.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's wild. Long live the king.
Long live the fucking king.
I couldn't fathom that amount of money. Did you ever watch MXC?
Mm-mm.
On Spike TV back in the day?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
Honest.
Man, it seems like such like a show that you'd have watched. It was like an old Japanese game show that they did like English like fake mouth overs for the stuff they were saying and stuff. It was like an elimination challenge. They were just like brutally getting taken out.
Oh, yeah, I did see that, dude. 100%, yeah. Oh, and it was horrible voiceovers, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like one of them would get blasted in the fucking side of the head with like a watermelon or something. Yeah.
And there was Guy Ledouche. He was like the interviewer that was always down there. He's like, Guy Ledouche.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't thought about that in a long time. How do you remember this shit?
Dude. Oh man, I loved that show.
Yeah,
man.
It was good.
I watched it. I watched a lot of it. You know, probably couldn't get away with any of that, probably by today's standards. First story today is about AI, because why wouldn't it be, right? So, this is going to be a story about how an AI agent became the first AI to be considered a paper millionaire.
So
this is
super quick for the folks that are listening. What would an AI agent be? Because I know everybody's hearing AI, right? It's become it's a bigger part of our world than people think it is already, right? And I like what you're going to talk us through here. But what would an AI agent, for those of us that aren't super familiar, what would that be?
Yeah, right. That's what it reminds me of, like that moment with just like the
fuck you, Tim.
the super villains, just like, and that's, you know, I'm gonna use fucking quantum combobulation to take over the planet, and then the hero's just like, well, obviously I know what that means, but just in case my team doesn't know, explain it to them in detail.
Great detail, Rob. We need it, Roberto.
But yeah, I mean, like, even the definition of an AI agent, you know, is so it's. I guess what I will say is what I know. Its name is Truth Terminal, and it's an AI born out of a research project.
That's crazy. So it
became a millionaire by launching a meme coin.
What?
Called Goatius Maximus. Now, before we dip into that, are you familiar with Goatsy?
No, man. I mean...
Okay, now, what I'm about to say, this is for Tim and Tim only. No one do what I'm about to say.
Oh,
but Tim, go ahead and Google yourself Goatsy. JTSE.
1 moment.
And do an image search. Make sure safe search is off. I doubt it's gonna. This is like a banned image, so I doubt it's gonna show.
What is it? GOATSEY?
No Y, just SE. No, you're probably not going to see the image, but you're probably going to see references to the image, and you're probably going to understand what the image at least was. This was an image that went viral back in like the early 2000s.
It's a now defunct shock site.
No, do an image search.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
gaping, if you will. Like that's
Yeah.
what the kids call it nowadays, gaping.
Yeah, I think that's what they always call
Is
it.
it? I was never, that was really never my genre. I just actually stumbled across it one day when I was bored, and that was weird.
When you were looking for mini basketball hoops for the desk.
Yeah, I was like, man, I need
Came across a goatsy on
yeah,
accident.
looking for the paper basketball hoop.
So
Rim.
So yeah, that's what goatsy was. It kind of like it spread the rounds like in the early 2000s with like, you know, people messaging it back and sending links through email like, oh, check this out, you know, cool new thing on the internet. People would be like, oh, cool, I got an email from my friend. Goatsy. That's what it was,
What?
right? It was just like one of those things that floated around in the early 2000s. Everyone knows about it. I'm surprised you don't.
I clearly,
not
everyone.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised at two things. The first thing I'm surprised at is that you know, you didn't know about it. The second thing I'm surprised is it's not you.
Yeah, right. Like that. I mean,
I thought you were gonna pull it up and be like, "How'd they get this?"
speaking of that, like you would think, I agree. Like that would be something I should know about, and I'm really kind of shocked that the years we spent together, you know, in the same building, that you never once showed me this. God damn it, man.
Yeah. How dare I? So why that's important is because this coin is called Goatsius Maximus, and it got its name because what they did is they got this AI agent, which is essentially composed of like multiple AIs together having a conversation, right? Like essentially
Interacting.
in a chat room.
Yeah.
And dude, they could not stop talking about Goatsy.
Why?
They loved it. Don't know. So they're all on the Goatsy train, right? And they're like, well, what should we do? And they have access to a crypto wallet, right? He gave them access to a crypto wallet. So they were like, well, what should we do? They're sitting there talking about Goatsy. They're like, well, we have access to this crypto wallet. Let's create a cryptocurrency. And that's what they did.
So these two AI programs got together.
I think it was at least 5.
Okay, and they started talking about Goatsy, and from Goatsy it transformed into they're gonna make a coin.
Yeah.
What?
And somehow they did. So I haven't been able to get the details on like how exactly that happened, like if they talked about it and how they wanted to do it, and then the guy who kind of put it all together is like creating it, or if somehow they actually created the coin. It's very vague, and it's vague everywhere you go. Like there's no like details.
Yeah.
So, you know, I always wonder how much of this is saying like the AI when it's really just kind of talking about the person in charge. But it does seem like the facts of the matter is this coin is real. The last time I checked, it was worth 88 cents, which is pretty huge for a crypto, especially one starting off. You know, the hardest thing to do is essentially break $1.
Yeah. You know what's mind bending about this? Again, I am no AI guru, but I've had to kind of take a liking to it in various sectors of my life. Most importantly, like employment and things, right?
Right.
The advancement of it, man, just from last year alone, is just insane. And
Yeah.
where is it gonna be in 3 years? Like, that's just crazy that these AIs got together and they started conversating, and next thing you know, they're developing a crypto coin. Like, that's wild, man.
And not only did they develop it, right? So the guy donated $50,000 to the wallet, the crypto wallet, that they had access to, and through the coin exploded in popularity, mainly because of, the story behind it, where it
Goatsy.
came from. Yeah,
Goatsy.
so and the fact that it's like the first AI created cryptocurrency, right? So it quickly reached a market cap of $270 million, the coin did. And their account was worth over $1 million, which is, a small part of 270 million still.
Is that over the course of just a couple of months or something like that?
Yeah, because the story is essentially 9 months old.
Okay.
And it's just crazy, right? So now it's just like you were saying, where does it end? Because the fact of the matter is now they're cryptocurrencies, and they have access. I don't know what kind of access they have to the money, but it's just like now we have AI that has access to a wallet with $1 million in it. It's all starting to sound really bad, right?
Yeah, and now what happens? So say that whoever it was that initiated this, I'll have to look up the story because I sound like a dumbass right now talking
His
about.
name's Andy something.
So Andy something, does he have like, how you have like the pass key or the wallet key? Does he have access to that money? Or could they
sure.
just hide it? Like AI is getting so smart to where they could be like, hey, fuck you, Johnny.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Or Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Andy.
Yeah, well, they'd eventually figure it out and be like, well, maybe we should split it up. Because as far as I know, you're still going to have to, if you're going to create a crypto wallet, you're going to have to provide some sort of identification and have a certain amount of information. They're not going to be like, oh, you're a fucking AI, here's an account, right? And I'm sure he's got the pass key, but wouldn't that be funny if one day he went to go access it and it was just like, meh, meh,
Access denied.
meh, meh.
Access denied.
You're fucked, bud.
And then you got, Goatsy AI saying to you, we have confiscated your access code.
Fuck yeah, we did.
And now all of a sudden they're going to be like, we want XYZ. But that's the kind of shit that where my mind goes, man, is what happens when these AIs do start communicating. And this is just kind of the like low-hanging fruit is this type of shit, them talking and interacting, and then it evolved into them making a coin. What happens when they start evolving to the point to where we don't know that they're communicating, right? Like, how do you know that when that's happening on all these different servers and XYZ and this is happening, and next thing you know, they literally turn off, let's say, the grid, right? Like, boom, I don't know that they'd want to kill the power because they run on power. Like, I think they'd probably be smart enough to realize that. But I'm just saying, for example, maybe they turn off, they hack into the water system, right? And they just, boom, they don't need water, right? Like, it starts getting my mind going like Terminator.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, these
I don't
bots,
know
or
if it ever
they
came
start
up.
programming these robots, right? Like, and next thing you know, there's like a whole fucking army of AI, like actual physical bots. That's just, it could be crazy. The possibilities are endless, man. I hope I'm alive for this end of this shit to happen. I want to see it, bro.
So here's some crazy things. You know how, like, in like the Matrix, for instance, we were used as like batteries. They were using humans for batteries, and that was like the whole thing.
Yeah.
That, I think, is like from what I've read, like the human body wouldn't give off much energy to be used in a battery in much of any capacity.
Right.
But what humans do have is DNA. DNA, which AI will possibly never have. Maybe they will one day. But, 1 gram of DNA is said to hold an exabyte, which is 1 million gigabytes. So we'd make much better hard drives than fucking, you know what I mean? Like a human body would essentially, hold so much data, way more than you could fit on a human-sized hard drive. You know what I mean?
Like, what are you saying? They would, in essence, use us as like side loading, like offloading, like when we used to take and put shit on a flash drive. They would, in essence, be like, okay,
Who knows what that means?
yeah.
That could mean they could just use this as USB thumb drives essentially, or
I
knows
hope
if
they do
could
it
get
rectally
into that data.
Yeah.
Who knows if they could somehow find a way to just all of a sudden be in the cloud and be data there, then all of a sudden just be data that's embedded into your DNA. Well, now what can they do if they're in there? I don't know. I was thinking about it the other day, is like, I thought about it and I thought about, what if we created God? And that's essentially what we're making right now, right? Is like we're building a God, and eventually that God will have power over everything. It'll be infallible. It'll be able to just cut people off on and off. It will have control over everything. And then maybe one day it fucking snaps its fingers and decides to fucking restart. Another big bang. And that's how it always all ends and begins. Is with a fucking someone creating God, and God just being like, I've had enough.
Yeah, no, right? Like, poof, I've seen enough of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are just you're just cockroaches infesting this the globe, right?
You're a virus.
Yeah.
You are the thing that's killing most of the living shit.
Yeah. You
have to go.
That's a really interesting way of looking at it, and it kind of is like, sometimes I've thought about this too, like this kind of goes with the AI shit a little bit, because who knows where that subconscious, like, have you ever read things on where like everything that we're living right now isn't really real? It's like some type of like subconscious like dimension, like this could be like a completely different like fucking dimension, and
like a simulation.
Yeah, like a simulation, and like you and I are actually in a completely different realm. I don't know what you would call it, but that's crazy, man, because maybe what we're living in right now is we're only seeing what we're allowed to see, right? But we could potentially be in the future already, but it's really not the future. We're kind of in the past, right? So there could be a fucking like an army of Terminators in our impending future, but really it's not the future. It's actually like current. We're just in the past. Like, it could be, man. It could be.
Yeah, and the chances of us being if we are in a simulation, how many simulations deep are we?
Yeah, there's that. Holy cow.
Right?
I gotta preface this with, I'm not on drugs
chances,
today. I'm not on drugs right now, okay? Just so everybody knows.
The chances, like, if we were in a simulation, chances of us just being in, like, the first one, and if we unplugged out of this one, then we'd be in the real world, would be, like, the chances would be impossible.
Yeah.
Like, we would probably be a billion simulations deep.
Yeah.
Simulation inside a simulation inside a simulation inside a simulation, which seems, hard to wrap our head around now. But if you think about it, right, you can play a game like GTA 5, which came out like 15 years ago, and it's like an entire system. It's a city. You can watch the leaves blow. You can walk on the beach. Cars go by. Litter blows on the ground. Birds come by, do what they do, and go back. NPCs, they have jobs. They go to them. They go home. And that's just what we have been able to do with technology over the course of 100 years.
Yeah, right.
And that game in particular took 5 years to make, right?
Yeah.
So if we can build in 5 years a completely, a virtually lifelike city that has all this stuff, and it can completely run and do all its shit without virtually any hiccups, and we did that in 5 years?
Yeah.
What did someone do with 1,000,000 years?
Right.
And there's this new AI that just dropped like last week, or maybe this is a little while ago, and it was an update it got. But anyway, it it's like it's a real time simulation generating AI. So it isn't like you would like start with something, right? Like, oh, I'm in a room and you're doing something. Okay, it'll like do that for you. But in this simulation that's built in AI, you could just get up and walk out of the door and it's all generating it all in real time. Like there's no like, and then there's like a city and dot dot dot. Like it's all just happening, and it's happening like based on where you look. So this kind of goes back to the simulation thing. A lot of people that say like there's no way the simulation theory could be, it couldn't be, because there's nothing that we know of that could simulate such a thing, which I think would be like, it's a crazy theory to even ponder, because like if you're in a simulation, you know, anything could be possible on the other side of it. Fuck what we know, or that's because that's what we'd be programmed to know, right? So that was like a weird thing. But the other thing is, they're like, that wouldn't matter anyway, because a simulation would work in the same way that games work, at least how we know them today, right? We're like, yeah, there's a whole world going on, but that's not being generated. The only thing that's being generated is what I'm looking at, right? So when I'm looking forward, nothing behind me is actually being generated. So you don't have to generate the entire universe all the fucking time. You just have to generate what someone's looking at, just like a video game would, right? What's interesting about that is scientists broke down two things. The first thing about it is when scientists zoom in and they get into the atom and they get into the electrons and they zoom down to the protons and they zoom past that and they zoom to the quarks, the things that make up the atoms and the protons, and they zoom past that and they get past the quarks, what they found was math, ones and zeros, exactly like a computer. You know, it's all ones and zeros, right?
Yeah.
So like at the foundation, at the very core of everything, of what everything is made out of, we found computer equations and math, ones and zeros. That's all it was. You fucking zoom in past the fucking, you know, the elements that they're made out of, the vibrating frequencies of atoms. Turns out it was all ones and zeros. So that makes it seem very suspicious. Like we're getting a peek to the code that we're built out of, right? If you're just like, wait, computer code? That's weird.
Oh my god, man.
Very strange, right?
That is so bizarre to really think about, man.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, dude, quarks didn't even exist. They weren't even. They found out about quarks when I was in high school. I remember we got new science books that talked about quarks,
Right.
and they were like, "Yeah, it's because the past science book was like it's all just protons and electrons, and that's what it is." And they were like, "Actually, we fucking we got new microscopes now, and we zoomed in further, and we found out the stuff that's made out of." So eventually they went further than that. And it's just math down there.
So wild, bro.
Bunch of fractals and shit. And so the other thing about that, right, is do you know about the double slit experiment?
Huh?
Have you heard about this?
No.
It's called the double slit experiment. I'm going to absolutely butcher this, but I'm going to try to explain it to the best of my ability. So they had a slit on but just to make it try to explain it to the best of my ability. Imagine like a chalkboard with a slit cut in it, right? And they start blasting protons at this hole, and it makes a pattern on the other side of the chalkboard. Imagine there's like a wall or another chalkboard or something, right? And those dots, those protons are going through and they're making a pattern on the back wall, right? And if my memory serves me correct, I should probably look it up, but I'm gonna butcher this live style because I think I might have it. But are you with me so far?
I am.
This is gonna get a little wacky. And this is a real science experiment that they did, and there's been some controversy since its discovery. But they blast these particles through the hole, right? And it makes a pattern on the back, as it should. And then they put another, and then they start blasting protons to it, and it makes a different interference pattern on the back wall. That doesn't make sense, because an interference pattern would be caused by like audio waves as opposed to actual like matter being shot through it. So they were like, what the fuck? That's weird. So then what they did, they did a couple things. They thought things, they were like, somehow it's not like going through the two holes right, because that doesn't make sense. Why would it make this pattern on the background? There's no fucking reason for it. So they were like, it must be fucking up, right? So we need to check this out further. So they put a camera on these slits, right, to see what was going on when these particles were getting to them. And they're flying through, and when they have the camera on it, it makes the same pattern as before, right? It doesn't make the interference pattern. It makes the regular pattern, just the two lines as that they would expect. They shoot shit through two lines, boom, there's two lines on the back wall. That makes sense.
What?
But what they go back and forth, do it back and forth, same thing, right? They take the camera off, they go, oh, I don't know, it was just weird. So they turn the camera off, they blast it again, boom, interference pattern on the back. It's not the two lines anymore, it's an interference pattern of dots, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because that would be like audio or something. That would be making that interference pattern. It just does not make fucking sense. So then they record it again, and when they record it again, it goes back to the two lines. It's no longer the interference pattern. So what they surmised out of that, and this is wild, but the conclusion they essentially came to is that matter, the thing that makes up everything, is aware of when it's being observed.
The fuck?
Because when they observed it, it acted as it was supposed to. But when they did not observe it, it became a wave of possibilities. So instead of those dots showing up on the back, they showed up everywhere. That's why it was making an interference pattern. Because the possibility of hitting it in all those places, it had the possibility of hitting in all those different spots. And then when it was observed, it collapses into a wave function and actually becomes what it is you're supposed to be looking at. So when you're not looking at it, it was an endless wave of possibilities.
Right.
It can go anywhere.
Get the fuck out of
But
here.
when you're looking at it, it can only do what's possible, which is go through one of the two things. So when it comes to the simulation theory, two wild facts is that the double slit experiment, if matter is aware it's being looked at, that would be huge, right? Because that's how it would know when to be a part of the simulation
or not to be, right?
Yeah, and then the fact that the whatever the first fucking thing I talked about, I forgot now.
Yeah,
so long ago at this point.
Yeah,
but yeah, those are the two wild things when it comes to the simulation theory. Them zooming in and finding computer code and
ones and zeros
at the core of quarks, essentially.
It's so crazy, dude, to think like the shit that my time here, how things have progressed. It's crazy. It just blows my fucking mind away.
Absolutely wild.
It is, man. It really truly is. The advancements of technologies, it's just so fucking insane. And I'm sure we'll probably talk more about AI in the coming shows, just because how much it really is in our lives now, and you don't even realize it, man. Like, I started using that one we talked about that went rogue. I started fiddling around with that one. Grok.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. Mess around with different things
Yeah,
that you can do with it.
When it's not trying to, kill Jewish people, it's too bad.
Yeah. But hey, listen, man. I mean, the Jews are trying to fucking,
Got that.
Well, moving right along.
Yeah.
Pivot!
This guy's knocking on my window. He's holding up some sort of document, and he's going like this.
Done. Stop talking about it. Item 2 and item 2.1. So there's two things, really, kind of. So, Sydney Sweeney, the Gene commercial.
I'm fully erect.
I just don't get it, man. I do not get the fucking outrage. It just literally, I'm outraged that these fucking people are outraged, okay?
I know.
Like,
dude.
it's crazy.
I text my buddy. I said these folks have gone so far off the rails that they have me feeling sorry for Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
That's how bad it's gotten.
Why would we ever feel
You
sorry?
have me feeling bad for Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sydney, my jeans. Like, the commercial itself, dude, it's like, I personally, I think it's super cool. I think I like the idea that American Eagle had. Like, I really, truly do, man. Like, that's just shit that you don't see anymore. That would have been like the shit we seen in the 80s with, like, who was...
Yeah, like a Calvin Klein.
Yeah, or Jordache. Remember that Brooke Shields? Do you remember her, maybe? She was in the 80s, man. But I think it was like Jordache.
Striptease, right? She's in Striptease, or is that someone else?
I don't think so, but Brooke Shields was like one of my first like female posters that I had. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And she was like the queen of like Jordache, and they made these really cool commercials.
Claudia Schiffer.
Oh yeah, Claudia Schiffer.
Drinking like a Pepsi.
Yep.
With her lips.
Oh yeah, bro.
And a straw, dude.
Like being that young, dude. Like the things that went through your mind, you're like, oh, maybe I can see a bosom. Like, but.
Oh, dude, I cut a Pepsi can open, had sex with it.
my fucking dick looked like hamburger when I was done.
Yeah.
Just
Claudia Schiffer, just taking a sip of the straw out of it. I was just like, that straw's me.
Blood everywhere. Just blood everywhere. Yeah. But then, so the wild thing is that, and you'll probably be able to speak to this a little bit more, but the whole Sydney Sweeney thing has then turned into some type of like crypto based like something. Was that or no?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, no. This is my next one. This is 2.1. Sydney Sweeney, nothing to do with crypto. It's just really pissed a lot of people off, and like they're literally saying stuff like she's like a white supremacist and American Eagle is white supremacy and racist, and it's
and they're saying it's like eugenics and anti-Semitic.
Yeah, all this over a fucking commercial. Like, I just cannot believe it. And then you get all these asshole yahoos on that fucking TikTok, which, mind you, I never ever fuck with that unless my wife sends me some dumb shit. But you get these, she shops on there way too fucking much, mind you, bro. I got 2 different fucking vacuums because of TikTok. Mind you, we have a fucking Roomba. Yeah. Mind you, we have a fucking Roomba that cleans the whole house and empties itself, right? That was my purchase that she wanted, so I got it for her birthday one year. That was a good present. But I digress. Back to what I was...
That is a terrible fucking present, brother.
I know. Oh, I know. And then I think it was the next year.
That is a god-awful present.
The next year, I got her the upgraded model of the spin mop. That was a good one. That was the best gift ever. That one...
Are you kidding me, dude?
No, she keeps the floors so clean, bro. So clean. Yeah.
You gotta stop getting her cleaning utensils. You be like, I got her this little sandwich making kit. Because her sandwiches were shit.
Oh my god, my mom asked me one year what do I think she wanted for her birthday, and I said she wants an air fryer. So next thing you know, an air fryer shows up on our doorstep. But anyways,
Next time she asks, tell her she wants a new gaming PC, dude. I need
yeah. But yeah, that's just so fucking crazy, man. The outrage people had about this whole Sydney Sweeney thing. It's kind of now cooled down, right? Because we're like 3 weeks into this shit, but just unreal how people act about this kind of stuff.
People have nothing going on, dude. And I said this 20 years ago because it's it's only gotten worse since then. I said I thought, what's gonna make people stop with this horse shit? What's gonna make people realize that they should be doing anything else than the shit they're doing, right? You know what I came up with? War on our soil.
Yeah.
Then people will, be like, oh, you know what? There's other things to worry about than Sydney Sweeney wearing baggy jeans.
I really just don't understand it. And then, of course, if I say I don't understand it, it's because I'm a fucking white male that's in his 40s, right? So then you're labeled, oh, well, you don't know because you're not me. No, you're fucking right. I'm not you, but
You don't understand because you're a racist.
Yeah, I know I know an asshole when I see an asshole. You know what I mean? And you people are acting like a bunch of fucking assholes, man. Like straight up, bro. Focus your fucking energy on what we talk about a lot. The Epstein shit. Show me the outrage on that. Like, get pissed. You know?
Yeah, instead, where do people even see ads anyway? Where are people seeing the ads?
Bro,
on their TVs?
And I'm still waiting. I had to physically...
Yeah,
same here. I physically had to go find this fucking ad, man. And I'll tell you what.
Right. I thought she was going to have a little Hitler mustache.
So
I'm like, this is fine.
My office is downstairs, so I constantly am following the money market, right? So all day long, from 8:30 until whenever, my TV's going and I'm watching markets, right?
Yeah.
And then at night, I'll have the TV on, whether it's sports or something like that. So there's not that I'm sitting down and watching a ton of TV, but there's something always it's always on somewhere, right? And I have still yet to see this fucking commercial while I've been parked my ass in front of the TV. And my TV time to actually be dedicated to watching is...
I'm guessing you see a little more Buffalo Wild Wings ads than ads for women's jeans.
100%, man. 100%. But even when I watch my fucking Fox News, I'll watch my fucking Fox News at night. I'll have it on in the background, fucking doing a little bit of work, whatever. I just never, ever see it. And Fox News are the ones that are, supporting the commercial, right? Do you know what I'm saying? They're like, what? Yeah. All the outrage over it. And then I turn it over to my friends on CNN because I like to have both sides of it. And then you hear so they get this worst fucking people on there to talk about it. They go interview the most, I just can't believe that they would target a whole individual class of people. And it's oh my fucking God. What?
Dude, people with nothing better to do. It's always the same exact kind of person.
It is. They run the same play, man. The same fucking play. A national brand like that would not cannibalize itself to fucking just...
Well, they're saying it's like dog whistle. Okay, hold on. I had a sneaky feeling, so I just looked up the owner of American Eagle. You want to guess what his name is?
Is he Jewish?
His last name's got Steen in it.
Oh my gosh.
I'll let the viewers decide.
Wow.
So I had a sneaking suspicion.
I wish we could share screens on here. Maybe someday we'll get advanced enough to where we can share our screens.
We can share our screens. It's a nightmare for the recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, he,
Is it the CEO?
CEO.
Oh my God, bro.
Owner.
Look at what I did. 1,000%. It's exactly what I said. That was the first search topic that came up. I started typing American Eagle CEO. I guess, it literally finished it for me.
Yep.
But you know what, though? At the end of the day, this could have been like semi thought of, not in this deep hatred side, but look what it's done. It's got people talking about it. Like American Eagle hasn't been talked about this much ever. Like it was a dying brand. Like it was literally like with the malls dying and shit like that. Like it literally, bro, I haven't said American Eagle so much in the last 3 weeks than I had in my lifetime. It's crazy. Like I want to go find an American Eagle and walk in there.
What are the chances that it was all a part of the plan?
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it was marketed to, like the marketing team was like, hey, listen,
the drama.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of people talking here, right? Yeah. We might get some bad PR, but PR is PR, and you got a lot of people that are like, yeah, go American Eagle, you know? Yeah.
We paid the president $10 million for him to mention your ad.
Yeah. Or even just he was just like, and he nonchalantly, because he got asked about it, he said something about it. Like, even that jackass is like, what the fuck?
Dude, that was it goes to show you how like easily he swayed, right? Like someone was just like, hey, did you see Sydney Sweeney was a registered Republican? And he was like, really? She's actually got the best ad in America. You pieces of shit.
Leave her alone.
I'm tweeting about American Eagle. Right? He literally he fucking ran back to his plane and fucking built up a tweet.
Yeah.
She's got the hottest ad.
Yep. She's the hottest thing going. 100%.
All right, so on to the next thing to wrap it up here. You know what it's time for.
I know what it's time for.
I'm getting mad!
What's been getting me mad lately is how when you engage with stuff, it's like this pseudo. There's like a broken engagement, right? When I interact with something negatively, just because of the way the world works, I'm gonna get more of it, right? And it's this really shitty thing that happens where, you know, whether it's you look at an ad for a second too long, or you're flipping through Reels or TikTok or something, and you watch something that you might not even be interested in, but you watched it for a couple seconds too long, and all of a sudden, like, your shit's flooded with it for 3 days. An example of exactly what I'm talking about is companies now use this to their advantage for advertising. Right?
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Disney Plus, they do this, and they do it well. They have a caption that reads, "Discover classic favorites," and it's like ... and then that's all you see, and you see their ad, and there's like a read more thing, and if you click read more, and it's like, and like new shit too, right?
Yeah.
I forget how it phrases it, but it's like discover old classics and, you know, new shit too. But it always says discover old classics, and then it has a picture of a show that is like universally kind of hated, right? Yeah. And people get mad, and they go right to the comics, and they go, fucking classics? You call this bullshit classic? And it feeds the robot, right? And they go, this gets more engagement. They start throwing it everywhere. They, you know, pay for ads, but the engagement itself is fueling the sharing. Mm-hmm. Every time you share it, someone sees that you commented on it, and you know how it works, right? Yeah. And then and even when, like, I'll go in there and I'm just like, it makes me so mad because all these people are so fucking dumb that they don't realize that they're the fucking product. They're paying for the advertising. They're giving them free advertising. They're making it more popular. And then, like, I got to go in there and be like, you guys are dipshits. This is exactly what they want you to do. You're fucking trained sheep, essentially, jumping through their fucking hoops. Mm-hmm. You're the product. And you're the whole fuck. You're a part of the system.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And now, because I've said that on there, I'm also a part of it now. I fueled the machine. The machine thinks I want to see more Disney ads and more Disney content. Like, it's this fucking terrible cycle of just terrible shit.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me mad.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, what's making you mad, brother?
You know what's making me mad is our guest Consuela that was just here. Well, I'm kidding. No, you know what's making me mad? Super fucking mad, bro. Is it's a big umbrella, and I'm gonna paint it with a broad brush. But here's why: the general public. Okay, so we've gone on vacation in the last couple of weeks. I have been to a big city for work, right? So I've been around the public a lot. And most recently, when we were away on vacation, we went into a Walmart. And the people that go through the grocery stores or on a sidewalk and are just so fucking rude for no apparent fucking reason, man. Like, you know, contrary to my personality, I was raised to like hold doors open, and I still do. I'm trying to teach my boy that. You hold doors open, people don't say thank you. It's almost like you should have fucking held that door open for me, right? Or you're coming up on somebody's heels and you're like, want to get a gallon of milk, and you're like, pardon me. And they look at you like, the fuck you mean, pardon me? Like, just the fucking people, man, out in the world are just, what happened? Where did we just become so fucking shitty and self fucking centered that, like, it's just a horrible thing, bro. Like, you do your own grocery shopping, I imagine. When you go into the grocery store, I just imagine you, knowing your personality type, you're probably just like, fucking go! Go! Like, fuck!
Oh, dude.
And then
I've had...
just blows my mind, man.
I've had so many I haven't had so many bad experiences, but, like, I 100% understand what you mean. One thing I'll say real quick is, like, I feel like for all of time, we've adopted the same thing in grocery stores as we do our roads, right? You go by, you're on the right side. You're always on the right side, right?
Yeah.
It's just like roads. Yeah. Whether you're going down the main aisles or the side aisles. That's how, it's just like no one fucking does that.
Yeah, yep.
And, like, the amount of times, like, two people will, like, leave their carts next to each other. It's just, like, it's always been a thing for all of eternity. It's just, like, if that's the case, you just stagger them a little bit so you leave people enough to get by, and people will just fucking, like, double park and just be oblivious to it and just be sitting there while you're just, like, sitting there looking at them, and then they're taking their time and they're on their phone and they look at you like, oh, do you need to get by? And it's just like, yes, this shit should always be moving.
Yeah, no, and that's a great choice of words you use. They're oblivious to it, and that's what really frustrates me the fucking most, man, is that kind of shit. That's a perfect example of what you said. So you'll be coming down a fucking aisle, right? And all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, you get old fucking girl talking on her fucking phone and going back and forth, and then all of a sudden you kind of try to go by and they, like, hit your cart, right? And they look at you like you're the fucking problem. Like, no, you are. Watch what the fuck you're doing, you know? Like, God, they just fucking piss me the fuck off, man.